In this GlassTrax training video, I'll be covering how to pay bills within GlassTrax. If you're going to be a successful company, you've got to pay your bills, which means doing so in GlassTrax is pretty important. So I'm going to cover the steps on how to do that. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is I recommend switching to the new pay bills screen. It's going to default to the old payment screen, which is fine. You can use that. It works great, and it works for many of our customers. But the new pay bills screen gives you a lot more capability. So I'm going to go ahead and come to miscellaneous, go to the setup miscellaneous, and come to feature initialization. And the feature number I want is 2221. And you want to make sure that that's set to yes, use new form. Once you've got that set, you save, and then you come here to the accounts payable module, go to processing, pay bills, and I'll be covering this screen here. So starting from top to bottom. So it defaults to show bills due on or before with today's date. Now you can change that date as you please. Some people go straight here to say, hey, show me the bills with a discount date on or before today's date. That way you're making sure you're paying the bills where you can get a discount. Or you can just say, show me all bills. You can also come here and say, show me one specific vendor or one specific branch if you have multiple branches within your data set. Now notice down here below, I do have several payments highlighted in green. What I've done is I've come into this screen previously and I've clicked on certain ones here. Notice there's an X. And I've hit this save payments amount. When I do that, it highlights it in green. So you can actually save your work, close the screen down, do some other things, and then when it's time to print your checks, you go, okay, let me come back and start printing these checks. So you don't have to do all payments at once. You can come in and say, hey, I'm paying this one, save it, and then come back and run the checks when you're ready. Now, part of the reason I like the new pay bill screen is because we have this payment method down here. The old one does not have this option. So it's going to default to check and default to today's date for the check date. But we have the option now to do a credit card or a wire transfer, which don't require printing any checks, but it will still update your records as having these bills paid. Now I owe $37.46, so I can default to check, and at that point I have to select a bank to pay from. Okay, so I select my bank. It pulls in your balance based on your bank register. The other options here, credit card, is you have to set up a vendor as a credit card type vendor. So for example, I've got Visa right here. I've got them set up as CC vendor type, and GlassTrax knows that means credit card based on my vendor types that I've set up in here. And so it knows if I set credit card in here, the only option I have is Visa. Now when I select credit card, all I'm doing really is transferring my debt to Visa. So I technically owe this Glassman company $3,700. When I pay them with a credit card, now I owe Visa $3,700. So if I were to hit this pay bills screen or this pay bills button right here, it's going to transfer this amount now and create almost a new invoice, but it's not an invoice, but a new debt that you owe to Visa, and it'll appear at the top of the screen saying, okay, you owe Visa now $37.46.56. One other quick thing I did not mention as I was going through here is if you've accidentally selected something that shouldn't be paid, you can just double click it and the check mark goes away and then hit save payments again and you're good. If you need to get rid of all of them, you can hit the clear button. You can also right click on this anyway and export this to Excel if you ever need to. In this case, I'm going to stick with checks. I'm going to say, hey, this is coming from my Valley Bank. I do have enough money to pay this off, so I'm okay. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the print checks button. What it will do is it will launch our batch check screen, and I've got it starting with my next check, next available check, and it'll go to check 99999. Basically, we're going to use all the necessary check numbers until that's it. So if you limit it to less than 99999, that's fine, but you make sure that you have enough check numbers between the starting and the ending to cover all of your checks. In this case, because they're all going to the same company, I have it consolidated to one single check with the different invoices listed here in the stub. If you are using a check format that is not centered like mine is, where the check is in the middle, we have plenty of check formats in feature 3007, so please check those or reach out to us. We're familiar with our check formats, so we can help you find the right one. And if necessary, we can format one for you. So once you've got that printed, I notice these didn't clear out because I didn't actually print it out, but once you actually send those checks to the printer, these will be cleared out and they will be gone from this screen. This refreshes automatically. So that's how you pay bills. That's how you sort the filters. That's how you make sure you're paying in the right way, and how you print then the checks at the end. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to GlassTrax Tech at kssco.com. Thanks.